Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to 2019. A happy new year to all of you out there today, whether you're a Slough Town fan or a Wealdstone fan. We wish you all the very best for this coming year, and for the Rebels, let's hope it can be as successful as 2018 was. Well, there you go. We are here today at Arbour Park. It was nice and sunny earlier on today, and then suddenly just 45 minutes ago it just came over all kind of grey and horrible. It's overcast here at Arbour Park this afternoon, and it's not the as sunny as it was earlier this afternoon. So the early kick-off, I remember, here for us here today as well. So there you go. So just a few things for you. First of all, this is Rebels Radio. It's brought to you by myself. I'm Aidan. If you do want to get in contact, you can do so in several ways. First of all, you can contact us on Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio, all one word, all in lowercase. And that will come through to us here. And also, if you're listening via the chat room, you can come through. There's a little chat room thingy down there, and it's that's how you can get in contact. We'll give you a shout out later on this afternoon as well. We'll run through the up and coming games for the Rebels for you in a second. The team news as well, and then obviously live commentary of today's game versus Wealdstone. So that is what we've got planned for you this afternoon. And like I say, if you do want to come through to us, we'll give you a shout out. You can come through and tell us if you've got a hangover or if you've got a clear head, and we'll give you a shout out. I've been told by FC Video to be kind to Harry, who's working next to us, who's yes, he went out last night, so he's the cameraman from FC Video. So if he looks a little bit funny this afternoon, you know where it is. Good afternoon to Miles Reardon as well, who's listening in. And so there you go. So there you go. You can contact us on those ways. A couple of things for you to be aware of. Obviously, this is a 1 o'clock kickoff. Most of the games in our league will kick off at 3. The only other one at 1 is Hampton and Richmond versus Woking. We'll try and give you updates of that game as well. So up and coming for the Rebels. Well, this Saturday coming, Slough will head to current league leaders Torquay United. Now, I know some people are planning to go up for the weekend. Some people are going on the train, but there is a supporters coach going, and if you do want to do so, you'd have to contact Alan Harding. If you go onto the Slough Town website or the Slough Town Supporters Trust website, you go on there, book your places. Coach will leave at 9 o'clock from St Joe's, and the price is yet to be confirmed, as everyone's closed for Christmas and New Year, which is always the way. But there will be a coach running to Torquay United, so we will be there as well on the Saturday. That's this Saturday, the 5th, 3 o'clock kickoff. Then Slough will welcome to Arbour Park on the 8th of January. They'll be home to Bath City. Bath City will come down. That's January the 8th, 7:45 kickoff. And then Slough will be at home again a week Saturday, where they'll be at home to Chelmsford City, and again that is a 3 o'clock kickoff. So please be aware of those details and some of those games changes. So just this one being the only one that kicks off at 1. Everything else back to normal as the world results back to how it is. Special mention today to our special guest who's here today in the boardroom. Is ex-Slough Town manager and Arsenal player. It's Brian McDermott is here today watching the Rebels, so he's in the boardroom enjoying that. He's come down here a few times before, but he's in the boardroom this afternoon enjoying himself here, as he's has done before. He likes to come down and see his old team. Well, obviously not his old team, but his old club in action. So there you go. So good afternoon to Brian McDermott's here as well. Right, so up-and-coming games, or other games, sorry, in the National League South this afternoon. Remember, there's only one other game kicking off at 1 o'clock. These are obviously all reverse fixtures of the Boxing Day clash, as is ours. So it's Bath City versus Chippenham, Billericay Town versus Chelmsford City, Concord Rangers versus East Thurrock, Dartford versus Welling United, Eastbourne Borough versus Dulwich Hamlet, Gloucester City versus Western Supermare, Hampton and Richmond Borough at home to Woking, Hemel Hempstead Town versus St Albans City, Oxford City versus Hungerford Town, and Truro versus Torquay United. So there you go. Those are the other games that are on this afternoon in the National League South, so please keep an eye out on those ones there. And so there you go. Don't forget, we will have highlights of the game in a couple of days from FC Video. Our match sponsors are just taking their seats here today. Mark Chapman is the match sponsor for the Rebels this afternoon. So let's run through the two sides with you here for the start of today's game. Let's start with Wealdstone. We'll be playing all in white this afternoon. In goal for them is Jonathan North. 2 is Jake Shepherd. 3 is Ramami Medford Smith. 4 Connor Stevens. 5 is Jerome Akimo, who's the captain. 6 is Godfrey Poku. 7 is Jeffrey Monacana. 8 Simon Mensah. 9 David Pratt. 10 Dan Green, and 11 is Bradley Hudson Odoi. Substitutes then for Wealdstone this afternoon are 12 Glenn Wilson, 14 Christian Smith, 15 is ex-Rebel Matt Lynch, 16 is Powell Kolokowski, and 17 is Ogo Obi. So for the Rebels, there's a couple of changes for the Rebels this afternoon. In goal is always Jack Turner. 2 is Sean Fraser, now 16th on the all-time appearance list, number 294 for him this afternoon. 3 is George Wells. 4 is Sam Togwell. 5 is Mark Nisbet, the captain. 6 is Scott Davies. 7 James Dobson. 8 Simon Dunn. 9 Ben Harris. 10 Chris Flood, and 11 is Warren Harris. Your subs for the Rebels this afternoon are Guy Hollis wearing 12. 14 is Lee Togwell. 15 Louis Saw. 16 is Dijon Noel Williams, and 18 is Manny Williams. Today's referee is Stephen Hughes. His assistants are Michael Marsh and Zach Jackhart. So there you go. That's the bits and bobs are done for you this afternoon. And Mars has asked us to shout out to Slough Town legend Terry Reardon, who's been in Wexham over the Christmas period, but it's Wexham Park Hospital. I guess it is back home now. So good afternoon to you, Terry. Hope you're well. And also to Lorna Fraser, whose son is Sean Fraser, now up to 16th on the all-time list, and 3 more appearances will move him up to another one, as he gets ever closer to 300 appearances for the Rebels, and that is one heck of a achievement to make in modern times. So congratulations to Sean, and playing well on Saturday when he came back. Was it Saturday? What was the day the other day? Saturday. Was it Saturday? I can't remember. Saturday, Dulwich. Played really well, Sean. That's what I meant to say. We are just waiting for the two sides to come out for you here this afternoon. We'll keep you up to date with some of the other games going on as well. Like I say, it's a 1 o'clock kickoff here this afternoon, so quite a few people with hangovers have made their way here to Slough, and the two sets of teams just come out for you here this afternoon, and they'll just go through the usual handshakes there. So we'll just quickly run through those two sets of starting 11s for you for this afternoon. So for the opposition, Wealdstone, it's in goal Jonathan North, 2 Jake Shepherd, 3 Ramami Medford Smith, 4 Connor Stevens, 5 Jerome Akimo, who's the captain, 6 is Godfrey Poku, 7 Jeffrey Monacana, 8 Simon Mensah, 9 David Pratt, 10 Dan Green, and 11 Bradley Hudson Odoi. For the Rebels is Jack Turner in goal, 2 Sean Fraser, 3 George Wells, 4 Sam Togwell, 5 is Mark Nisbet, the captain, 6 Scott Davies, 7 James Dobson, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 Ben Harris, 10 Chris Flood, and 11 is Warren Harris. So we are all prepared here for this game this afternoon. The first game of 2019, Slough finishing 2018, 3 victories back to back and 2 clean sheets back to back as well. They'll be hoping to keep another one of those this afternoon. And we're just waiting here for our referee this afternoon to call the two sets of player captains over. As our referee just calling his assistants over to the middle here this afternoon. We are in charge of the scoreboard for a moment as well while we wait. So Mark Nisbet and Jerome Akimo, sorry, I'll get his name right, Akimo, approach the centre half circle here, and just going for the handshakes. Referee just laying down the law here this afternoon for this local derby. And the ground starting to fill up nicely here this afternoon. I guess a lot of people came in as late as possible after having a bit too much to drink maybe and last night, but there you go. But we're all nice and fresh here on Rebels Radio. We're always nice and fresh. It looks like both sets of players are going to go that. So Slough will be going from right to left for the start of the game, and it looks as though Wealdstone will be the team that kicks us off. So Slough will shoot in right to left. Wealdstone all in white with the kick-off here this afternoon. And all eyes now on our referee, Mr. Stephen Hughes. He's the man in charge. He's just going to make sure that his two linesmen are in position, or assistants as they call them. No, we're not allowed to call them linesmen, are we? So it's all in the hands of the referee here, and that is the kick-off here. And the ball played deep into the Slough half there, but straight out of play and out for a throw to Slough, which Sean Fraser will take. Almost level with his 18-yard box of his own half. And Fraser with the throw, looking for Ben Harris. A little push in the back there. And a free kick here to the Rebels already. And they'll take it halfway inside their own half. Scott Davies trying to take it quickly, looking for Chris Flood. Beaten to the ball by Stevens. They'll come back out on the far hand side. Sean Fraser wins the header. Cleared by Akimo. Centre to Davies. Davies takes a touch forward, trying to find Flood on the far hand side. It's Medford Swift with the header. Flicked on though by Warren Harris to Flood. Warren Harris trying to get onto the back of it, but it's cleared by Akimo and out for a throw to Slough. And it looks like Sam Tocqueville's going to go across to take a long throw for the Rebels into the box. It's only about 5 or 6 yards away from the corner flag. On the far right hand side, East Sand as it is. And the Slough fans have already started their afternoon of singing here. Sam Togwell with this throw for Slough. Takes it short here, trying to find Dunn. It's hooked clear though by Medford Smith, and finds on the far hand side Monacano, who holds the ball up here under the pressure of Simon Dunn. In towards Shepherd, played forwards, headed away by Scott Davies, finding Chris Flood. His ball in, finds Dobson over the top here, looking for the run of Ben Harris, but Harris is offside, and it's a free kick here to Wealdstone. And the referee just making sure that Wealdstone take it from the right position, and North, the goalkeeper, will come across to take this free kick. And he's just going to try and... Looks like he was going to take it short, then tries to take it long, then wants to take it short. In the end, he goes long here. Looking for Green, over the head of Green. Wells will come across to clear this under pressure from Monacana. And Wells does well to see it out for a goal kick. Good defending by George Wells there. And it's early days. Like I say, if you do want to get in contact with us here, please feel free either on Twitter at MyFC Rebels Radio or on the little chat room that you'll see as you're listening in. And Jack Turn, all dressed in red this afternoon to take this goal kick. Aimed here towards Ben Harris. Won by Stevens. So to play for a throw to Slough. Dobson looking to try and take it early, but he's going to wait here for George Wells to come across. Takes it short towards Dobson. Back here towards Nisbet. Nisbet under pressure, clears down the line. Flood flicks the ball in towards Dunn. Dunn does well to control. Looking for a free kick and wins a free kick for a foul. And a free kick for Slough, 30 yards away from goal. And it will be James Dobson standing over this one, 35 yards away. It's almost in level with the tram line of the 6-yard line. But Nisbet and Sam Togwell have gone forwards for the Rebels here, so a chance for the ball to be played into the box here by James Dobson. And Dobson waits for the whistle. It's been played into the area. Ben Harris goes for it, headed away by Stevens. Davies can't get there, and it comes through. Oh, Green just slips over, and the ball's now here with Scott Davies. Davies chipping it out on the far hand side, looking for Sam Togwell. Headed away by Medford Smith, and now to play for a throw to Slough on the far side. And again, Sam Togwell looks like he's going to put a long throw into the box for the Rebels here. And 10 yards away from the corner flag. Height on this throw, bouncing around, comes around, headed away by Shepherd. A back overhead kick by Ben Harris, puts the ball back into the box. Flood trying to control it down, hooked clear only as far as Warren Harris. He gets there, beats Pratt to the ball, in towards Davies. Davies' little ball inside here towards Wells. Wells chipping it forwards, trying to find the run of Mark Nisbet. Good ball to him who holds the ball up here. Under pressure, inside towards Dunn. Dunn just overruns it but keeps hold of the ball, trying to turn on the far hand side. Ben Harris just takes a player out and Slough the ball here with Simon Dunn. Simon to ball to Ben Harris, who shoots. It's blocked. Comes out to Chris Flood, who shoots. It's blocked again. Great defending there by Wealdstone. 2 blocks on the line. And then Flood comes in with a challenge. Oh, and It's 0-0, and it's a throw here for Wealdstone, though, 10 yards away from their own corner flag. But Slough just starting well, but defending. Some good solid defending here by Wealdstone. Ball played in from the throw, headed away by George Wells. Straight out of play though for a throw to Wealdstone. They gained 15 yards there, and again Shepherd will be the player that comes across to take this. Shepherd just waiting for a bit of movement here. Gains a few yards, takes it from the halfway line. Looking here for Pratt. Pratt speaks to the ball, but it's Nisbet clears. And Stevens under pressure from Ben Harris goes back. Oh, he gives away a corner here to Slough. Has it gone out for a corner? No, I think he's kept it in. Goalkeeper kept it in from going out. It's a throw to Slough. Dobson runs down quickly to try and take this for Slough. Takes it quick here towards George Wells. Wells drives this cross, comes across. It's cleared by Akimo. Nisbet's underneath it for Slough. Heads it on. George Wells. Well, what's he doing there? He's volleyed that all the way back to his own goalkeeper, Jack Turner, and Turner does well to take it under pressure there and hikes the ball forward, looking for the run of Warren Harris. Akimo with the header away. Scott Davis leaves it here for Sean Fraser. Just inside the Wealdstone half, up towards Warren Harris. He does well to turn. Plays it inside towards Dunn. Back out here towards Davies. Davies crossed in first time, trying to find Dobson. Shepherd does well to get a head to it. Ball still bouncing around. Warren Harris sends it towards Ben Harris. Hits a shot, it's blocked. It's straight out for a corner to Slough. And the first corner of the game goes to the Rebels here. And James Dobson will take this one. It'll be an out-swinging corner here, just waiting for Togwell, Sam Togwell. I'll just call him Togwell because he's only one on the pitch today at the moment. And Nisbet going forwards for this. It'll be an out-swinging corner here for Slough. Slough will just have a bit of formation. Ball played in. Oh, it's headed away by Stevens. Comes to the edge of the box, headed on by Green. Green still headed trying to find McCarter. Sean Fraser's there though for Slough, gets a touch to it. Then Dobson flicks the header on. One back by Poku, but he gets a lucky reflection and comes out with the ball here for Wealdstone. Inside here towards Monacana. Down the right hand, overruns it, and that allows Wells to tackle him. And out of play for a throw to Wealdstone, right by the home dugout. Taken quickly by Shepherd, who gets it back from Green, and Shepherd still running, finds Green inside. Green trying to turn to create a bit of space, goes across the box there, plays a lovely little ball in towards Pratt. Pratt gets a second chance and then takes Wells down in the penalty area, and it's a free kick to Slough inside the penalty area. The foul by David Pratt on George Wells as he was going for the ball. And the Wealdstone fans this afternoon are making a little bit bored. They were very, very quiet on Boxing Day at their own ground, but they've come here and made a little bit of noise this afternoon. And Turner takes his free kick though for Slough. Long ball aimed here towards Ben Harris. Harris flicks the ball on, trying to find Warren Harris. It comes through to Chris Flood. Beaten to the ball by Stevens, and it's here now with Mensah. Mensah on the ball, finding on the far hand side to Hudson-Odoi. Spreads it here to Monacana, who's going to try and chase on George Wells. Monacana cuts inside. Intercepted though by Mark Nisbet. And the ball here with Wells. Given the ball away though with a crossfield ball. It's intercepted by Medford Smith, and inside here to Poku. Poku spreads it wide towards Shepherd. Shepherd's little ball inside, won by Nisbet. Slough looking for the throw, but it's come off Nisbet last, and it'll be a throw to Wealdstone. Taken quickly. Shepherd just holds up there and decides to take it now. Looking for the run of Pratt, who's not offside from the throw. Pratt tries to turn, but it's shepherded out by Sam Togwell and out for a goal kick to Slough. So early days, 8 minutes gone. 0-0's the score between the two sides. And Jack Turner to take this kick here. And it's a long kick here by Jack Turner. Aimed towards Chris Flood. He does well to flick it on. In towards Dobson. Dobson comes across, makes a bit of space. He gets it on his right foot, takes a shot. It's deflected for a corner to Slough. And Dobson goes across to take it on the far hand side. This will be an in-swinging corner here for the Rebels. Good block there by Medford Smith. Blocking the shot that came in from Dobson right footed, but it's a corner now here to Slough. And Slough just changing their formation here as this wait for this corner to come in from Dobson. And ball played in straight to the ball. It's dropped by North into the edge of the thing. Ben Harris tries to get it. He's looking for a penalty. Ref says no. And the ball's being brought out here by Mensah. Mensah just, he gets it caught in his own feet. The tackle comes in from Slough, and Fraser's been taken out there, and it'll be a free kick to the Rebels. Huh?
Do you have sugar?
One sugar. And Fraser gets to his feet. And and Sean Fraser's getting his own song to him there by the Slough fans behind the goal. And he's just getting his breath back here. Davies will take this free kick. He's around about 10 yards inside the Slough half. And Scott Davies standing over this free kick. Needs a good delivery here. He's played it in. It's a great ball in. Headed away well by Stevens. Comes to the edge of the box where Mensah clears for Wealdstone. And Green chases the ball, but Wells comes across and plays it across here to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Just takes a touch and then plays it back out towards Flood. Lovely ball inside to him. Down the line here for Dobson to chase onto. Dobson comes up against Stevens. Dobson cuts it across on the far hand side. Headed away only as far as Ben Harris. Inside, it's blocked though by Medford Smith, and then Hudson-Odoi comes in, and Ben Harris has gone sliding in. He's won the ball, but Hudson-Odoi's gone down injured, and the referee will just have a word here with Ben Harris. They're signalling that Hudson-Odoi's injured. He's lying down on the ground here. It looks like Ben won the ball clearly. It's just whether his follow through caught the Wealdstone player. And I've got a funny feeling he's going to book him. So it could be the first booking of the day. And it's a miracle. Hudson-Odoi, now that Ben Harris is getting booked, gets up off the floor. So Ben Harris getting a yellow card. We're just waiting for confirmation of this yellow card. Ben Harris just doing his boots up here. The referee wants to show it to him. So yellow card there for Ben Harris. So yellow card for Ben on 12 minutes. And it will be a free kick on the far hand side for Wealdstone to take. North, the goalkeeper, takes it looking for Green, headed away by Sean Fraser. Out of play for a throw to Wealdstone down on the deep inside the Slough half. And Medford Smith is the player that goes across to take this throw for Wealdstone. And it goes towards Green. Green turns away there, leaves it back here for Medford Smith. Out here to Hudson-Odoi, who's made a miraculous recovery there. His ball is terrible though, but Shepherd does really well to control that. That's good play by the Wealdstone right back there. And then chips the ball in, and chested down by Nisbet. Just gets the second touch to it and finds Flood. Flood with the ball over the top here for Ben Harris to chase. Harris here is under pressure. Gets to the ball first on the right hand side. Got Warren Harris on his inside. Just turns away from him. Still has the ball. Tries it first time. It's a good cross in, but it's picked out by the goalkeeper North there, who rolls it out here to Monacana. And Monacana coming down this right hand side again, gives the ball away to George Wells, and Wells crosses first time, trying to play it into Dobson, but it's got too much on it, and easily collected there by North in the Wealdstone goal. And it's played out here towards Stevens. Shepherd then gets it in this right back position, back towards Stevens. Wealdstone trying to play their way out here, up towards Green. Won by Mark Nisbet. Then Davis tries to get there. Slough looking for a free kick and wins a free kick. Real soft free kick there because Davis jumped for the ball. He got nowhere near it. He didn't get touched, but went down, and it's a free kick to Slough. So there you go. And Slough will take this free kick here. Oof. And Turner takes the free kick quickly, finding Ben Harris on the far hand side. That's who it's aimed at, missed by everybody, and now to play for a throw to Wealdstone, far hand side. Medford Smith will be the player to take it eventually. Gains 5 yards from where the ball went out. Takes his throw, looking for Pratt over the head of Sam Togwell. Mark Nisbet comes across and hammers the ball down here. Chris Flood gets a touch to it, in towards Dunn. Fixed on by Dobson. Dobson trying to flick it onto the path for Dunn to chase, and Dunn does chase it. Stevens under pressure, hooks the ball clear, only as far as George Wells, who just overruns it. Oh, almost hits us in the commentary position there, but it's a throw for Wealdstone, taken quickly by Shepherd, trying to find things. Kicked clear by Dobson in towards Warren Harris. Harris running with the ball. Mensah comes back, and it's a good challenge by Mensah to win it back and plays it towards North in the Wealdstone goal. He rolls it out here towards Poku. Poku back here towards Stevens. Stevens going long here for Hudson-Odoi to chase, but it goes all the way through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner just drops it at the edge of his box. Green comes in and Turner turns away from him. Plays it out here now looking for Dobson. Dobson trying to keep the ball in. Does well to flick it on. No, linesman. Never in a million years. Wow. Specsavers don't open till the second linesman, so we'll let you off on that one. The ball's here with Stevens. Again, tries to play it down the field. Headed away, though, by George Wells. Ben Harris trying to make himself there. Gets there and wins the header. Then there's got to be some fouls in there. Ball breaks here, though, towards Dobson. Dobson coming down his near-hand side. Crosses in. Hooked clear by Akima. Then hooked away by Poku. And it's out of play for a throw to Slough. Taken quickly by George Wells in towards Simon Dunn. Wells gets it back. Not easy for him to control. Dobson looking like he was fouled. And he's actually offside. So a free kick to Wealdstone. You cold? You got cold hands? You got cold hands today?
No.
You got gloves on?
Christmas present gloves.
Christmas, you got to wear them. Just wait for that photo wearing your gloves and you can take them off and not wear them again. That's what I do. North to take this free kick here for Wealdstone. 15 minutes gone. 0-0 between the two sides. And played long down here looking for Green. Nisbet again rises high to head it. Green takes it down, but under pressure from Nisbet. Great challenge by Nisbet. Wins it and plays it off Green for a throw to Slough. And George Wells will be the player that comes across to take it. Wells just waiting for a bit of movement here from his Slough Town players before he takes the throw. And it comes in towards Ben Harris. Harris goes down easily. Ball comes through to Flood, but he can't control it. And the ball played in again here over the head of Nisbet gets fouled. Nisbet's adjudged to have fouled Pratt. And it's a free kick here for Wealdstone on this near hand side. Looks as though if your brother is Mark Clements and he's got his little nephew with him here today, can I just say that Mark Clements has given your son everything that's got loads of sugar in. So just if you're at home and he's going a bit mad later, it's his fault. Bonacana to take this free kick for Wealdstone. Goes, oh, what a waste of a free kick. He's played it all the way across, over the top of everyone, straight out of play for a throw to Slough on the far hand side. So, yes, so if Mark Clements is your brother, what would he be? He'd be your brother-in-law, not your sister. Although judging by Mark Clements, sometimes our channel announcer, it could well be your sister. I don't know. But if you know Mark Clements and you've let a young child in his you've left it with him, it's your fault. He's got loads of sugar in him now. The ball's been cleared by Wealdstone, comes up here, headed away by Nisbet, almost breaks here for Harris, but it's cleared by Stevens in towards Pratt, takes it down on his chest and then turns away from goal. Tries to play the ball in, comes across though to Mark Nisbet, who takes down on his chest and then chips the ball forward for Ben Harris to chase up against Stevens. Stevens hooks that clear onto the roof, that'll go in the car park. It's just as well our roof's got a curve on it at the end, so that ball will be stuck up there. Wells to take this throw for Slough, 25 yards away from the Wealdstone goal. Again, looking for a bit of movement from the Slough Town players. Not coming as of yet. And tries to throw the ball in towards Flood. Flood on the edge of the box trying to turn. Does well to turn. Plays it inside looking for Warren Harris, but he can't get there. And it runs through to the goalkeeper North, who gratefully takes it and tries to get Wealdstone on the attack. But no one forwards for Wealdstone, and he just slows it back down here. And then takes a long kick here, aimed towards North, headed away though by Nisbet. Breaks here on the far hand side to Hudson-Odoi. Just gets hold of the ball and finds Mensah. Mensah turns and plays it out here towards Medford Smith down the left hand side. Back here towards Mensah. Mensah skips past the challenge of Davies. Now running at the Slough goal, trying to play the ball in. It's a lovely ball in here towards Green. Green plays it across the box. George Wells with the clearance from inside the 6-yard box. Good play there by Wealdstone, but in the end Green's cross didn't have enough on it, and it allowed Wells the time to clear. Quick throw by Medford Smith, finding Hudson-Odoi. And Adoy trying to turn and create a bit of space for a crossing on that far hand side. Little 1-2 with Green. And Adoy gives it back here towards Medford Smith. Crosses right footed. Headed away by Nisbet. Breaks on the edge of the box to Shepherd. Shepherd trying to turn. It's Nisbet who gets a touch to it. Then Flood's there to clear for Slough. Finds Dobson. Dobson little inside towards Nisbet. Oh, lovely play by Slough. Releases Dobson down his left hand side. Dobson's got Poku in front of him. Trying to turn past him. Still has the ball at his feet. Tries to do it, but then gets caught and then kicks out. And the referee says play on. And Slough win the ball back, and the referee will pull it back for a foul by James Dobson, and he could well get the second card of the game here because little kick out. He is going to get the second yellow card of the game. I know you've taken the yellow cards off the screen, but Dobson gets a yellow card, and Slough been racking up the yellow cards just recently here. And that's the second one of the game for Slough. It's a free kick here to Wealdstone. And it's Stevens, the centre back, to take here for Wealdstone. And comes along and eventually takes it. Long ball into the box. It's a free header for Scott Davies. Comes here towards Akimo. He chips the ball back in looking for Green. Green rises high, but his header just bounces in front of Jack Turner. And Turner tries to get the ball clear, looking for the run of Warren Harris, but it's all the way down towards North in the Wealdstone goal. It's rolled out here to Stevens. Stevens out to the right back Shepherd. Shepherd closed down by Dobson. Dobson back in, chasing Stevens as he goes back towards his goalkeeper. And North just plays it back out towards Stevens. He gets it by his byline in towards Shepherd. Shepherd back out towards Stevens. Wealdstone playing the football, but as of yet no chances for them. Little push away there on Nisbet. So Shepherd can't control it. Dobson's ball isn't the best either. It comes through to Stevens. His ball only finds George Wells. Game getting a bit scrappy here for Slough, and Wells goes all the way back to Jack Turner, chased down by Pratt, but Turner hammers this ball down the field here for Warren Harris to chase. And Harris beaten to the ball by Akimo, kept in by Medford Smith, who volleys it down the field. Headed away by Fraser. Scott Davis trying to get to the second one. Bounces here towards Mensah. Inside here to Monacana. Little ball in towards Shepherd. Back out here towards Monacana. Tries to break here through on goal. Takes a shot. Saved by Jack Turner, and a good one-handed save by the Slough goalkeeper. And the effort from Monacana. Good effort, but fairly close. The ball's here with Dobson. Oh, try to mince it through here towards Dunn, but it's picked up here by Poku, and then Stevens down the line, flicked on by Monacana. Lovely little ball in here towards Pratt. Pratt trying to turn on the edge of the box, finds Monacana, who's a mile offside, and a free kick to the Rebels. Wealdstone having a good spell of pressure here these last few minutes. And Jack Turner will come across to take the free kick for Slough. And Slough would have been in the game on Boxing Day. Were 2-0 up at this stage. But not so today. 0-0 it is at the moment between the two sides. Turner takes this long kick down the field. Flicked on really well by Ben Harris. Flood tries to get there, but there's an offside against Slough players. Good afternoon to Raj Bedi, who's wishing everyone Happy New Year. Tequila Shark, who's listening from New Jersey. And I think he doesn't like our collection of yellow cards. Someone's got to keep the card factory in business, Tequila. And why not Ben Harris and James Dobson? It's going to be a free kick here, though, to Wealdstone. Miles Reardon says that no one will ever admit to being related to Mark Clements. Well, you said it, Miles, not me. And long ball played in here towards Green. Green trying to get it there. Nisbet wins the head. The ball comes through to Dobson. Back out here towards George Wells. Wells clears long here for Flood to chase. Up against Akimo. Akimo gets there first, but Flood's going with him. And Akimo's forced to put it out of play for a throw to Slough. And Chris Flood becoming back to his old self after maybe not being the first choice striker here when Matty Stevens was in. But he is now. And the ball's here with Nisbet in towards Wells. And Slough being pressurised here by Wealdstone. Ball comes through to Jack Turner. And he plays the ball long here looking for Warren Harris on the far hand side. Medford Smith wins the ball but then hooks it straight out of play for a throw to the Rebels. just waiting for a ball to come across. There's a little girl who's escaping from her mother up the stairs here. It's just with little Peppa Pig in her hand, just making a break for it. And ball's here with Chemo, finds Medford Smith, but he can't control it. Out of play for a throw to Slough. Right by the corner flag. Sam Togwell is the player that comes across to take it. So long throw coming into the box here for the Rebels. And Sam Togwell just trying to lean over the fence there to get a bit more on this ball. And the throw comes into the box. Flicked on by Flood. Headed away though by Shepherd. Comes out towards Davies. Is beaten to the ball by Green. But Davies gets a second chance and is played forwards by Fraser. And Ben Harris goes in with the goalkeeper. Challenges with it. It's well taken by the goalkeeper under pressure. He rolls it out here towards Shepherd. Shepherd back towards the goalkeeper North. Under pressure from two Slough players. And then has to clear it out of play for a throw to the Rebels. And Slough wanted to take the throw here with Sean Fraser. Gets it towards Dobson. 1-2 between the two. Back here to Dobson. Dobson plays it in towards Dunn. Dunn pokes the ball out to Warren Harris. Harris trying to play it back in towards Dunn. Dunn, edge of the area, in towards Flood. Flood trying to get the ball out of his feet. Inside to Warren Harris, but Medford Smith watches the run and sees it out of play for a goal kick. So 25 minutes gone. 0-0 between the two. And we'll keep you up to date with the Peppa Pig escape, as we will call it. Her mum's got a beady eye on her now. She's not going anywhere at the moment. So we wait for North to take this goal kick here for Wealdstone. Aimed towards Green. Green does well to flick the ball on into the path of Pratt. Pratt holds the ball up well here for Wealdstone. Then gets tackled really well by Scott Davis. No foul, and the ball's here with Warren Harris. Harris hits it straight at Medford Smith, and it breaks here to Mensah. Inside to Poku. Poku under pressure. Goes all the way back to Stevens. Stevens will look to play it out on the far hand side, looking for Hudson-Odoi. Well headed away by Fraser though. Picked up by Mensah, just chests it too far, and then Davis hooks the ball clear for Slough, looking for Flood. Flood gets his head to it. Ben Harris stretches and gets to the ball, but then Slough can't win it back. It's here now with Monacana. Monacana chance to run at the defence. Dobson gets back into position. Ball back here with Poku. Poku trying to orchestrate something halfway inside the Slough half. Tries to feed it through to Pratt, but it's got too much on it and runs through to the goalkeeper Jack Turner. And Peppa Pig escapes now, going down the stairs. As Turner takes this kick, aims as Harris goes down. Shepherd can't control it well. It's cleared by Stevens, and as far as Davis, he flicks it on towards Simon Dunn. Dunn flicks the ball forwards here. Ben Harris goes up. The header comes through to Dobson. Dobson, little flick inside. Oh, it almost worked towards Dunn, but in the end, Akimo clears only as far as Nisbet. Nisbet plays the ball forward. A bit scrappy here between the two sides. Dobson heads the ball back away. Comes through to Shepherd, who tries to control it. Finds Monacana, gives the ball away again. I think that Slough should sign Monacana because he's passed to a Slough player more times than he has to a Wealdstone player. It's out of play though for a Wealdstone throw. And Shepherd, where's he going, ref? He's come on. Shepherd's tried to gain about 15 yards on that throw. He still gains like those when he takes the throw. The ball played in. Green flicks it on. Headed away by Nisbet. Puts Wells under a bit of pressure. Wells trying to turn. Looks like a handball, but the referee didn't see it. Played forwards here for Warren Harris to chase. Harris does really well. Flicks it out into the path of Flood, but Shepherd gets there. Flood gets a little nudge on. Never a free kick. The referee's got to take the whistle out of his... he's just blowing up for silly little fouls that aren't fouls. Ball played in here by Wealdstone, in towards Poku. Poku plays it back towards Akimo. Both sides suffering from the fact that the referee's a little bit whistle happy here. And Akimo plays it across to Stevens, back across the 18-yard box to his goalkeeper North. North under pressure from Ben Harris, clears the ball long. Davies gets a touch on it, but heads it the wrong way. And a chance for Pratt to come through on the Slough goal. He shoots first, and it's another good save though by Jack Turner at full length. I think it was going wide, but Turner doesn't realise that. He has to get a hand to it and pushes it even further wide for a corner. But a mistake there by Scott Davis, allowing Pratt the chance to go through. And I just wonder if Slough are missing the presence of Lee Togwell in midfield this afternoon. Coming up to half an hour ago, it's a corner on the far hand side, which Hudson-Odoi will take here for Wealdstone. Gets a good ball into the box, over the top of everyone, and that will go out for a goal kick to Slough. So 0-0 here between the two sides in a game which is not the greatest spectacle that you will ever likely to see. But still waiting for Jack Turner to go and get the ball on the far hand side. We'll just see if we can find the score from the Hampton-Richmond game for you. As Turner takes this kick high into this night sky, headed on by Stevens to Monacana. Takes it down here and finds Shepherd. Shepherd just chips the ball forwards here. George Wells up against Pratt. Pratt trying to get his body in the way, just runs into Mark Nisbet. Nisbet trying to flick the ball away, but needs a little bit of help, and then tries to find Wells. Wells just uses his body that comes off Pratt last. Hampton and Richmond are losing at home to Woking 2-0 already. And the throw comes in from Wells. I mean, Shepherd's all over Dobson, and it's not spotted by the referee. And it's a throw though to Slough. And it will be George Wells with this throw for Slough. Creates it across here towards Davies. Davies back towards Turner in the Slough goal. It's time to just smash it forwards. Gets a bit of spin on the ball. Warren Harris jumps with it. Beats the ball by Medford Smith. Only as far as Davies. Davies with the ball over the top forward. Done to chase, but it's a bit too much. And Akimo clears, but only out of play and off done for a throw to Wealdstone. And not the most exciting of games so far here at Arbour Park on this New Year's Day. But Medford Smith with the throw into Green. Green gives it back towards Medford Smith, who just inexplicably, under no pressure, hooks it straight out of play. And Slough looking for a quick throw, looking for a foul again on Ben Harris that doesn't get, and it's here with North, the goalkeeper, thrown out here towards Poku. Ball played here to Monacana. Under pressure, this time he manages to find a pass to a Wealdstone player. And the ball here with Green, inside to Menson. Now play forwards towards Pratt. Shepherd down this near hand side in acres of space if he can be found. Ball played forwards to Monacana. Oh, it just overruns it. It was played a little bit behind him, and Jack Turner came out expecting Monacana to get a touch to it. He didn't, and Turner had to adjust and pick the ball up from his edge of his 18-yard line. Gets the ball back here and played forwards here, looking for Slough players. Come through to Davis, who crosses it first time, looking for Dobson, but can't control it, and out of play for a throw. Where is he going? The quick throw here by Shepherd in towards Stevens. Stevens down the line to Monacana. Little touch in towards Shepherd, and then Shepherd gives the ball away towards Wells. Inside towards Dunn. It comes off Poku last. It's a throw to Slough. And Dobson's got to be careful here because Shepherd wouldn't give the ball back, but Dobson is on a yellow card. It's a throw here to Slough, taken in towards Dobson. Dobson's ball in towards Nisbet. Back here towards Dobson. He can turn central position. Inside there looking for Dunn, but it picks up by Poku. And Poku turns away from trouble. Still has the ball at his feet. Gives it towards Green. Back here towards Stevens. Good spell of pressure here from Wealdstone. Ball back here with Poku. Trying to chip the ball forwards for Hudson-Odoi now on this right hand side. Holds the ball up well in towards Shepherd. Odoi gets the ball back out here to Monacana. He hits it really hard into the box. Sam Togwell doesn't get the best of clearances. Flicked on by Davies, and Slough under pressure here this afternoon. Ball out of play for a throw to Wealdstone. Medford Smith goes across to take. Slough trying to chase the ball down. Green does really well to shake off a couple of challenges. Still running with the ball. Skips past another challenge. Outside here towards Pratt. He's running down the left-hand side. Pratt trying to cut inside the box. Crosses first time. Headed away by Nisbet. Only as far as Poku. His little ball finds Hudson-Odoi. He turns. Plays back out here to Medford Smith. Under pressure. Back here to Hudson-Odoi. Ball played into Poku. Poku turns away from a couple of challenges. Plays the ball in, and it's always Pete Bridle, isn't it? Standing in the way. But the ball will come through. It's to Jack Turner, who takes his quick pass out here towards Mark Nisbet. Now trying to build from the back here. Nisbet trying to orchestrate it in towards Ben Harris. Harris just treads on the ball and Stevens gets it off him. Ball's here with Monacana. Ben Harris blocks the ball down and it's out for a throw to Wealdstone, which Shepherd takes quickly towards Poku. Shepherd skips past and then runs into Flood. Ball breaks here to Scott Davies. Needs to run with the ball. Skips past a couple of challenges. Then flicks it down the line here for Dobson down the left-hand side. Dobson looks up, puts his cross in. It's well blocked though by Stevens. And out for a throw to Slough. But Slough going to wait to get some numbers up here. And George Wells comes and takes it short here towards Mark Nisbet. Nisbet just runs into Green and then it's put clear by Wealdstone. Only as far. Oh, Sam Togwell's left 2-1-1. It's a chance here for Pratt to play the ball in. Turner has to come out and a real mistake there by Slough players. They're just not communicating with each other here this afternoon. Nisbet just stopped after he played the ball and the ball played forward. Sam Togwell stops and thankfully Jack Turner was on the alert there to clear for Slough, but not the best here by Slough. Ball played in from Shepherd towards Poku. Back towards Poku, gives it towards Stevens. Stevens under pressure down the sideline. Plays it in. It's gone all the way down and go out of play for a throw to goal kick, to Slough. And 36 minutes gone. 0-0 between the two sides. Don't forget we will have the usual half-time quiz for you this afternoon. We always like to look after you a little bit here at Rebels Radio. No, you've got not much to do at half-time, so why not have our quiz as Turner takes his goal kick for Slough. Aimed again here for Ben Harris. Beaten to the ball by Stevens. Only as far as Nisbet. Nisbet hooks the ball down, but no Slough player will chase. Ben Harris will finally chase it. But Stevens is underneath it. Plays it out here towards Shepherd. Shepherd under pressure again from Ben Harris. He's working hard. It goes back towards North in the Wealdstone goal. Plays the ball down the field. Headed away by Nisbet. Great header by him. Only as far as Poku. Poku plays it in. Sam Talkwell stoops and heads the ball forwards for Slough. Flood can't get there. It'll come through to Akimo. Plays it on. Mensah goes past the high foot there. I thought that should have been a free kick, but the clearance by Fraser trying to find Flood. Akimo on the far hand side. Gets a little bit lucky with his ball. He finds Hudson Odoi. Hudson Odoi now turns, holds the ball up. Great challenge though comes from Simon Dunn. Wins the ball back and then Slough get a free kick for a little late tackle on Simon Dunn. And the atmosphere is very hungover, I guess is the right word. For the Slough fans aren't making as much noise away from home on Saturday at Dulwich. Slough fans were singing all the way through. I think they're all sober today, which is why they're quiet. The Wealdstone fans have gone all quiet as well. Not much happening on the pitch. As the ball's played down the line here for Dobson. Dobson now appearing on the right hand side, trying to turn. Gets already had a throw, but it's come off Dobson last. It'll be a throw to Wealdstone. And Medford Smith again trying to gain a few yards here. Linesman's pulling him back and he still gains 5 yards with his throw. Throws it quite hard at Hudson Odoi. Pratt gets there first for Wealdstone, then plays it across here towards Shepherd. Shepherd down, little ball into Monacana. Monacana trying to turn. Oh, he's done it again, giving it to a Slough player. Best player on the pitch. Monacana for Slough. That ball's here with Ben Harris. He stretches and can't play it in. Comes out here towards Nisbet. Nisbet hits it towards Davis. Davis turns away from trouble. Has the ball inside the centre circle. Then chips it out on the far hand side. Headed away by Shepherd. Dobson gets there first for Slough. Then skips past the challenge. Running here central towards goal. Needs a little bit of help. Comes from Chris Flood. Flood on the edge of the box, turns back onto his right foot here towards Dobson. Left footed by Dobson, who shoots, but unfortunately over the top of the bar and out of play, and sums up the first half here at Arbour Park. It's been very scrappy, is the ideal word, maybe. We have to be polite. But North goes to take this goal kick. And North will take this kick sometimes today. And slips over. That's the second time he slipped over. He's played the ball. George Wells with the header away. Stevens then heads it straight back. Nisbet trying to rise, but Pratt wins the header, but it will roll through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Very, very quiet here this afternoon. As Turner, long kick down the field. Flood can't get there. Stevens comes off his head. Davis beaten to the ball by Medford Smith. Here towards Hudson-Odoi. Runs into trouble. The ball comes out towards Davis, and then he gives the ball away, and then it turns away from the balls. It's here with Green. Green now towards Shepherd. Shepherd down the line towards Green. Who just, again, it's... if you could find a player who could control the ball out of any of the 22 on the pitch, it'd be a miracle. Ball's here with Turner, just under pressure, plays it high in the air. Free header for Ben Harris, getting great flick on. Flood trying to get there. Stevens has to go back towards North. In the Wealdstone goal. He's happy with the ball at his feet at the moment. And he clears long, looking again for Green. Green up against Nisbet. Nisbet wins the header again, comes through to Ben Harris. Oh, it's Harris's ball, trying to find Warren Harris. Again, it's too heavy. Warren Harris chases it on the far hand side. It's kept in by Medford Smith, but slowly runs out of play for a throw to Slough. And the throw will come from Fraser on the far hand side in towards Ben Harris. Just slips and comes off, plays it off a chemo, and it's another throw to Slough. Again, Fraser with the throw in towards Warren Harris. Back here towards Fraser. Fraser goes back towards Scott Davies. Davies hits it straight at Hudson-Odoi. Flicked on really well by Warren Harris into Sean Fraser. Fraser finding Simon Dunn. Dunn spreads it out here towards George Wells. It's that shooting position that he likes. And it's a shooting position that he's hit well wide of the goal. Build it up too much there, what it is. George Wells always likes to shoot from that kind of distance. A little bit too far in the middle for him. And puts it wide of the goal. Still 0-0. 4 minutes of this first half to go. If any of you are interested, the Merthyr Town Club shop is open from 2:30. If any of you just happen to be on holiday in Merthyr and want to go and buy a Merthyr Town shirt, they've tweeted out that their club shop's open from 2:30. As we wait for North to take his time with this goal kick. This time he doesn't fall over. Ball played in. Free header for Nisbet to head away for Slough. Flood trying to flick it back on in towards Warren Harris. Harris trying to hold the ball up again. Everyone losing the ball. Fraser comes through, controls it well. The only player so far. Inside towards Flood. Flood with a bit of space. Taken off him by Stevens. Good challenge by the defender. Plays it down the line here, but straight out of play for a throw to Slough. And the ball thrown towards Turner. He hammers it clear down the field. Akimo's underneath it. His header comes inside though. One back by Mensah, straight out of play though for a throw to the Rebels on the far hand side. And the throw by Slough, trying to find Warren Harris, well defended by Medford Smith, and out of play for a goal kick. Just to let you know that the Peppa Pig escape has been thwarted by a pack of Dairy Lee Lunchables. That's it, that's how you stop Peppa Pig escaping. Dairy Lee Lunchables, that's what it is. North will take this goal kick sometime this year. And long ball again played forwards. Flicked on well though by Mensah. Sean Fraser has to go back towards Jack Turner. Turner clears it long. Flicked on by Scott Davies. Free header though for Stevens. Sam Togwell heads it back here towards Jack Turner. And Turner in red just has the ball at his feet. And just waiting for a little bit of movement from some Slough players before playing the ball forwards here. Plays it in looking for Ben Harris. Up against Ben Harris, wins the header. Shepherd trying to shield it away. It's played out here though. Under pressure from Simon Dunn. Shepherd does well to clear. Only as far as Ben Harris, who kick it down to the side. And that's got to be a foul. And it is a free kick to the Rebels. And this is almost a corner in theory for the Rebels. It's literally a couple of yards in on that byline that the corner area is on. And James Dobson will take it. A foul by Poku. And so now just waiting for Togwell and Nisbet to go forwards for this corner. Warren Harris will go in on the goalkeeper North. As Dobson floats this ball in. A good floated corner. Headed away though by Pratt. Comes here towards Sean Fraser. Good header by him. Finds Sam Togwell. Flicking the ball on. Nisbet's up there for Slough. Akimo heads it away. It'll come back out towards Sam Togwell. Hooks the ball back in. And I think that just goes to prove to you that his goal against Dulwich Hamlet was a fluke, as he's just hammered that ball straight out of play. So we've got about 35 seconds of normal time. There will be 1 minute of added time for this first half, and it can't come quick enough. And it will be North to come across to take this goal kick. And North's ball played forwards here, looking for Pratt, headed away by Davis, flicked on by Ben Harris. So it hits a chemo, and it's here for Monacana. Monacana finds Shepherd. Shepherd with the ball over the top, trying to find Hudson-Odoi down this right-hand side. Odoi keeps the ball in, trying to run at George Wells. Skips past the challenge, chips the ball in. It's a great ball. It's an own goal, is it? Oh, what a save by Jack Turner. What a stunning save. The ball was crossed in, and Wealdstone player went for it. Actually hit Mark Nisbet on the back of his leg, sent Turner the wrong direction, and he just dived low to his left and clawed the ball away from the line. It's a corner though here to Wealdstone. And taken into the box, it's bouncing around just on the edge there, headed on by Ben Harris. Comes through to Mensah, who smashes it straight at the face of Ben Harris. Ball's still alive with Hudson-Odoi on the far hand side. He crosses in first time, headed away by Ben Harris. Again, Ben looking for a foul, but the referee says that is half time, and a rather dour first half comes to an end here at Arbour Park with the score. Slough Town 0, Wealdstone 0. Well, not the greatest of games here at Arbour Park so far, and not many efforts on goal, and the best one just comes in that added time at Arbour Park here, where it was Nisbet almost putting it past his own net. But surely the second half cannot be as bad as this first half. It's not been the best of games so far this afternoon, but surely it's got to get better. Stick with us, don't worry. We can't have a second half as bad as this first half. It's got to be impossible. Okay, so there's not many other games going on here at 1 o'clock, so won't be many scores to update you. So half time at the other game in the National League South is Hampton and Richmond 0, Woking 2. Right, so let's give you your half time quiz. So I don't just throw this together. There is a lot of research goes into this. So your half time quiz today, as today is the first day of 2019, is all about 19. See, told you, don't just throw this kind of stuff together. Right, question 1: who sang the 1985 song 19? So question 1: who sang the 1985 song 19? Question 2: which British singer had an album called 19? Which British singer had an album called 19? Okay, question 3: the red wine 19 Crimes comes from which country? The red wine 19 Crimes, it's called, comes from which country? Okay, in which card game can you not score 19 points? Okay, so in which card game can you not score 19 points? And a little bit of a fun one for you. The 2002 film K-19, The Widowmaker. What was K-19, The Widowmaker? So there you go. So that was the last one, was in the 2002 film K-19, The Widowmaker. What was The Widowmaker? So there you go. Sue says we don't give you loads of absolutely useful. Useless. Sorry, yes, I've just been corrected. Useless. Useless quiz questions that come along. You can come through your answers either on Twitter, or you can do so on the chat room. We'll give you, if I can remember, I will try and give you the answers to that quiz at the start of the second half, because there's so much going on here today. That I'll mostly forget. But please, if I don't, just remind me, and we'll try and give you those quiz answers for you today. So there you go. So just the other games in the National League South then. So the other one going on is Hampton and Richmond versus Woking. Woking won the first one at Woking on Boxing Day 3-1. They lead 2-0 in that game. All the other games will kick off at 3 o'clock. Those other games for you are this. Okay, those are the other games in the National League South this afternoon. We'll try and find you some scores for you, but from other games, not a lot going off, as most people sensibly still in bed and waiting for a 3 o'clock kickoff. I dare say there'll be people turning up at some time today wondering why the game's already almost finished when they come through the door at 2:30. But there you go. So there's one game on in the Premier League at the moment. The other games are there. Kick off at 3 p.m. That's Arsenal, Fulham, and then at 5:30 it's Cardiff versus Tottenham. It's currently Everton 0, Leicester City 1. No other games going on in the Championship or Sky Bet League 1. They're all 3 o'clock kickoffs. So at half time in Sky Bet League 2, it's Grimsby Town 0, Mansfield Town 1. Then we've got one game in the National League North that kicked off early. That was again a 1 o'clock kickoff. That was Nuneaton Borough 1, AFC Telford 0. And we'll try and find you some more. There are a few other games that kick off. I know that Kings Lynn were leading 3-0 away to Needham Market in their 1 o'clock kickoff. In the Bostik League North, both of these are half-time scores. Bury Town 0, AFC Sudbury 1, and Romford 1, Grays Athletic 0. And there you go. So that's some of the scores for you there, Rose. More Premier League games on tomorrow, so be aware of that. And then, of course, there is a game on, I've forgotten what day it is, but tomorrow is Wednesday. There's quite a few games in the Premier League on there. Then on Thursday it's Man City versus Liverpool, so a big game in the Premier League. So Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday matches there for you to watch if you fancy a bit of football stuff going on. But there you go. So we're just waiting to see if anything's going on. There's not a lot we can do here at half time at the moment, giving you all the half time scores. Just a few subs just warming up for both sides here this afternoon. If you do want to shout out, why not do it at half time? I'll give you a shout out today, as there's not a lot else to talk about. So if you do want a shout out, come through to us either on Twitter at MyFC or Rebels Radio, or on the YouTube chat room, and you can come through to us there and we'll give you a shout out there as well. So there you go. And FC Video have Lee, I think it's Lee must be listening in. He's trying to get some of these questions. He's got the first two right, but he hasn't got a clue on the other ones. A little bit disappointed there in FC Video, who were winners of our first quiz at Arbour Park earlier this year. So they've he's just saying to us that the camera crew here believe that the effort that Jack Turner kept out had crossed the line, but until VAR comes in at any level, we'll see. It'd be interesting to see what the highlights show when they come out. So there you go. Just it's kind of a rather flat atmosphere at the moment. I'm just going to stop and do my shoelace up for a second. Hold on. And safety wise, we're good here now at Arbour Park. So a couple of just fought the Wealdstone side from the side that played Slough on Boxing Day. Matt Lynch was dropped to the bench for the afternoon, who started against us on Boxing Day, but Hudson Odoi come and starts this game. John Underwood has come out early from the half-time will be Ben Harris, the player off. Ben already on a yellow card. This is the decision why that was, but there you go. And we haven't had an attendance or anything here this announced yet this afternoon, but quite a lot of people have given a bit of fresh air to their hangovers here today this afternoon and come down to Arbour Park. And don't forget, the next games for the Rebels will be on the 8th of January. Slough will be at home to Bath City. 7:45 kick-off in that game. And then Slough will be at home on the 12th of January, which is Chelmsford City. So Slough will be at home for that game as well. So 2 games coming up. And that's basically it, really. Not a lot going on. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, a bit of buffering going on here at the moment. I think maybe losing the will to live here at half time, I think it is. Or there you go. So just waiting for the second half to start. Just not much going on for you this afternoon. So just don't know what I'm doing. I'm just rambling on for the moment. But there we go. We're just waiting until some of the players start to come out for the start of the second half here. There's just watching the substitutes warm up here and still waiting for people back out. But there you go, not much going on. And kicked it and banged it and broken it. It's a free kick here though for Wealdstone. And it will be taken short here towards Green. And it will be North that has the ball. Plays it out here towards Shepherd. Little ball inside from Monacana towards Mensah. Mensah with the ball forward here for Pratt to chase. Pratt gets on the end of this ball down this near hand side. Looking for a cross. He hits it straight at Sam Togwell. And the ball goes out for a corner to Wealdstone. And it's going to be Green. Gives Wealdstone the lead. Sorry if you've got a bit of a problem with the internet thing here. I'm just going to keep you to balls here with Hudson Odoi. Sorry about the loss of sound there. Ball comes through looking for Noel Williams. Hooked cleared by Akimo. Comes out on the far hand side off Medford Smith. It's a throw to Slough. So Wealdstone with the lead here, given to them by Connor Stevens on 47 minutes. Ball comes in there, flicked on by Noel Williams. Heads it the wrong way. Out of play. And out of play for a throw to Wealdstone. And it's just waiting for Akimo to do his boots up before we go on. Medford Smith will take this throw. Halfway inside his own half. And they're just going to gain a few yards with this throw. Plays it in. Headed away by Fraser. Comes through towards Flood. Flood does well to turn and hold the ball up here for Slough. Finding Warren Harris. Harris beaten to the ball by Medford Smith. It's out of play for a throw to the Rebels. Fraser looking to take it here. And puts his ball in here towards Flood. Flood trying to hold the ball up. Gives it towards Simon Dunn. Dunn just over runs it and Poku can bring the ball away here for Wealdstone. Finding Green. Green in towards Hudson Odoi. Hudson Odoi cuts inside with the ball. He's got 2 on his left hand side. One of them's Pratt. Pratt gets the ball down his left side. And back inside to Hudson Odoi. Down the left hand side. Up here against Fraser. Fraser with a good challenge. It's out of play for a throw though to Wealdstone. And it's Medford Smith for the throw into Green. Gets the ball back here to Medford Smith. He's trying to create a bit of space for a cross. Gives it to Green. Green crosses deep on the far hand side. Oh, and Jack Turner just left it. Pratt gets a touch to it, but can't get it anywhere near the goal. And now to play for a goal kick. So apologies if you've lost a little bit of sound there. Problem with the internet here. So I've kicked it a couple of times and hopefully it's working. Ball played forward, looking for Wells. Well headed away though by Shepherd, but out of play. On the behind Nisbet, just cut it. And just wide of the goal, and thankfully for Slough, that's a little bit of luck there. Apologies if you've lost a little bit. I don't know what's going on. We have no trouble away from home, but at home just recently we've had a problem with the internet connection. But we've got our own internet, but never mind. Long kick here by Turner. Ball comes out on the far hand side to Monacana. Skips past the challenge. Wealdstone have started the second half on fire. And it's the ball on the far hand side now with George Wells. Crosses the ball in, looking for Flood. Comes through here towards Warren Harris. Takes it down, chance for a shot. And it's well blocked in the end though by Akimo. And out for a corner for Slough. And it'll be James Dawson who goes across to take this corner. In swinging corner here for Slough. And Dobson just waits for a bit of movement. Comes in on the far hand side. Goes all the way through. Mark Nisbet can't get to the ball first. It'll come through to here Akimo. Akimo's ball is picked up by Sean Fraser. Crossing in first time. Look at the far post for Sam Togwell. Heads it back across goal. No, Williams! Oh, tipped over. He had all the goals to aim at. He tried to head it back across goal and North tips it over across to the bar. He should have just headed that downwards and that would have been an equaliser. But a chance there for Slough missed by Noel Williams. He really should have got that one into the back of the net. He put it straight across North. He just had to put a hand out and tip it over. Good save, but another corner here for Slough on the far side. Dobson to take. This will be an out-swinging corner. Hit with a bit of pace to the back post. Nisbet puts it across. Ball bouncing around. It's hooked clear by Pratt, only as far as George Wells. Wells gets there and then runs into Monacana, but gets the ball back and plays it back towards Jack Turner. Turner then volleys the ball down the field. Nisbet trying to gamble on it. Akimo with the header away. Mensah then flicks it on. Comes through to Scott Davis, who plays it back towards Jack Turner in his Slough goal. Turner then plays it forwards deep, looking for Flood on the far hand side. Flood trying to get a touch to it. Almost comes to Dobson. It does come to Dobson off the head of Shepherd, but he just lets the ball run out of play for a throw. And then Dobson puts a bit of meat on the throw and finds George Wells. Wells back in towards Dobson. Lovely little return ball for Wells. Wells crosses first time. No, Williams can't get it through. Harris gets it across the goal. And Stevens comes across and chests it away and then pushes it out of play for a throw. And that goal for Wealdstone has set the Slough team alight. Just not much luck in that 6 yard area. It's a throw to Slough. 10 yards away, quickly taken by Wells towards Dobson. Gets the ball back here towards Wells. Wells trying to look in. Dobson crosses first time. It's a poor cross straight out of play. And now play for a goal kick. So there you go. And there you go. So hopefully we're a little bit back more for you. And it's North to take this goal kick for Wealdstone. And it's a long kick by him, aimed towards Green. Headed away, comes off the head of Nisbet for a throw to Wealdstone. It's taken quickly by Shepherd in towards Green. Shepherd gets the ball back here, just inside the Slough half, in towards Mensah. Mensah trying to flick it down the line, headed away by Slough. Comes through to Noel Williams, just tries to hold the ball up, plays it inside but overruns it a little bit. Akimo gets there first. Nisbet's cushion header finds George Wells. Wells trying to chip the ball down for Akimo, Noel Williams to chase onto. Comes through to Dobson, takes it down on the chest. Noel Williams gets a touch to it, spreads it out now here towards Warren Harris down the right hand side. Got Flood inside him. Harris trying to go round the outside, crosses it in, easily headed away by Akimo. Comes to Hudson-Odoi. Under pressure from Fraser, then it's Poker hits it straight at Hudson-Odoi. Fraser gets in and wins the ball back. It's taken a deflection. Dunn gets it back here for Slough, in towards Davis. Davis trying to take it on, gets past the challenge of Mensah, but then Dobson loses out to Poku, and Monacana can bring the ball out here for Wealdstone. Down the line looking for Green. Green tries to sell Nisbet short, but he can't keep the ball in. Out of play for a goal kick. We're coming up to 58 minutes played. Slough have the ball here with George Wells. Play forwards, easily headed away by Stevens. Comes out here towards Poku. Poku fouled by Simon Dunn. And Dunn will be... he's going to get a yellow card for that. That is absolutely crazy. I mean, it is a foul by Simon Dunn, don't get me wrong. But to get a yellow card for a soft foul like that, it's absolutely crazy by the referee here this afternoon. And it's Stevens, the goal scorer, to take this free kick for Wealdstone. Aimed towards Pratt. Pratt rises high but can't get to the ball. It comes through all the way to Jack Turner. And Turner's ball forwards is absolutely terrible. Straight out of play for a throw to Wealdstone, and they're going to take their time on this now. And Medford Smith with this throw halfway inside his own half. Headed away by Sean Fraser, trying to find Flood. Poku wins the header, comes through to Mensah, skips past the challenge of Warren House. Down the line with the outside of his foot for Hudson-Odoi to chase. He gets to the ball, keeps it in by the byline. Up against Sam Togwell. Holds the ball up, still got the ball at his feet. Trying to, lovely little tricks, making his way. Sam Togwell with the challenge. It goes out of play for a corner to Wealdstone. And I told you that it would be a better second half. Been a bit more going on in the game, but Wealdstone with the lead here as we approach an hour. It's going to be an in-swinging corner here from Mensah. Goes to the near post, headed away by Nisbet. Slough get it away again. Hooks in. Wells just hooks it high in the air. Not the best of clearances. Headed on by Mensah, only as far as the edge of the box, where Wells this time comes and clears for Slough. Plays it into the middle, but Noel Williams had run down the left-hand side. Cleared by Poku, trying to find Hudson-Odoi. Keeps the ball in, but only as far as Warren Harris. Finding Fraser. Fraser down the line for Slough. No one there for Slough, and it's Poku just chips the ball over here towards Medford Smith. Down the line here, up against Togwell. Goalkeeper comes out. What's he doing out there? Plays it in. Poku takes a touch. He gets a chance to win, and then goes down for a foul by Scott Davies. And it's Poku as the player caught. And he's just down on the halfway line. And it's won a free kick. The referee not waving on a physio. So either he wants treatment or he doesn't. And he doesn't. He's going to be fine. He's just... It seems to be okay now. And it's Como that takes the free kick. Pratt is offside. It's a free kick to the Rebels. And Pratt just... I don't understand why the referee isn't booking him. He's taken the ball away from where the free kick should be taken. But apparently that isn't a yellow card. Long ball by Turner. Headed away easily by Shepherd. Dobson tries to get a touch to it. Comes off Green, but Green keeps the ball in on the far hand side. Down the line for Pratt to chase, but he's not going to catch that one. Nisbet's there first for Slough. Plays it across his 6-yard box into the path of the goalkeeper Turner. Turner takes a couple of touches. And Turner goes along on the far hand side looking for Wells. Well headed away by Shepherd, only as far as Nisbet. Playing the ball forwards for Noel Williams. So he flicks the little header on in towards Dunn. Takes it down on his chest. Then gets tackled. It's cleared by Mensah, only as far as Wells. Wells outside here towards Dobson. Dobson looking to cross the ball into the box. Flood tries to flick it on here for Warren Harris. In fact, he's took it away from Warren Harris and out of play for a goal kick to Wealdstone. Good afternoon to Will Reese is listening. I think you tuned into the wrong time, Will. We've now got some internet connection, but unfortunately Slough losing 1-0 here. As we wait for North to take this goal kick. And it's A long kick aimed on the far hand side to Moncano, who can't keep the ball in. And out of play for a throw to the Rebels. And George Wells will take it short inside towards Scott Davies. Davies in towards Sean Fraser. Fraser finds Warren Harris. Harris immediately under pressure. In here towards Fraser. Fraser's first time ball isn't the best. Cut out by Poku. Played here for Sam Togwell to chase. He heads it just up in the air. Fraser comes across with the header. Then headed on by Mensah, finding Hudson Odoi, who keeps the ball in well down his left-hand side. Still running with the ball into the edge of the box. Gets past one. Shoots. It's blocked. Oh, it's hit Sam Togwell and goal corner. Again sending Jack Turner the wrong way. Slough at 6s and 7s, and I really don't know what's going on with the Rebels this afternoon. That's almost the second own goal they scored this afternoon. And it's Wealdstone that started this second half much the better. Got another corner here, which Hudson Odoi will go across to take. And it's going to be an in-swinging corner here for Wealdstone. Played it to the back post. Oh, free header for Akimo, but he can't keep it down. It goes over the top of the bar and out of play for a goal kick. But it's a goal kick here for Jack Turner to take. So Turner with this goal kick aimed long towards Noel Williams. He can't get there. Comes off Connor Stevens. Noel Williams gets a flick of the ball onto Warren Harris. Beaten to the ball though by Medford Smith. Medford Smith holding the ball up there, trying to create it down the line, and comes off Slough player for a throw to Wealdstone. And Medford Smith will take it level with his own 18-yard line. And his throw, trying to find Green, headed away by Fraser, comes towards Nisbet, hooks the ball down the line, only as far as Poker, ball in towards Green, challenged by Sam Togwell. Noel Williams trying to chase the loose ball. It will come through in the end here towards George Wells. Wells is just trying to find Dobson. Dobson has to keep it in by stretching to the far hand side, keeps it in and finds Davies. Davies trying to spread the ball out here for Warren Harris. Harris tries to keep the ball in here and he can't keep it in. It's a throw to Wealdstone. And with 20 minutes of the second half gone, Slough haven't had the best of starts here this afternoon for the second half. Medford Smith will take the throw right by his own corner flag, deep inside his own half. Fraser wins the header against Green. Dunlem beaten to the ball by Green, who wins the second header. Hooked clear down the line for Nisbet. Little cushion header goes across towards George Wells. Wells being chased by Monacana down the near hand side. Down the line here for Dobson to chase. Got too much on it. Goes straight out of play. And kind of sums up Slough's afternoon here. Just not getting any kind of fluidity, I guess is the word we're looking for. And I'm not sure if it's me, but I think missing Lee Togwell in the centre of midfield. I know they're trying to rest players over this period, and it is Lee Togwell that they're going to call to come on for the Rebels. As the ball's played through. Pratt wins the header here for Nisbet to chase. Green will go with him, but the ball kept in by Mark Nisbet, who can clear. Missed by several. Comes through to Shepherd on the far hand side. In towards Stevens, scorer of the only goal of the game so far. Nisbet then heads it back in. Tun can't get there. Comes through to Poku, finding Monacana on the far hand side, chipping the ball into the box, but Turner's first to it for Slough. And he's going to try and play it long here for Noel Williams to chase onto. Okimo with the header away, and Slough got the ball down in the Wealdstone half. It'll be Sean Fraser who's going to come across to take this throw. Again, he needs a bit of movement from the Slough players. There's nothing for him. He has to give it to Davies. Davies gives it back towards Fraser. Fraser inside towards Dobson. Dobson finding Warren Harris. Harris under pressure, finds it back out here towards Dobson. Dobson crosses the ball into the box. Over the head of Flood, who didn't watch the ball. And out of play for a goal kick. So, there you go. It's going to be a goal kick for North to take. It looks like a second substitution for Slough. It does look like Lee Togwell is going to be the player coming on. And in my humble opinion, should have started, but there you go. I know you've got to rest these players over these busy kind of times. Still waiting for North to take this goal kick here for Wealdstone. Aim towards Pratt. Pratt does well to flick the header on. Green then tries to head it on but takes it away from Monacana, and it'll be out for a throw to Slough, and this will be the substitution. Coming off is Sean Fraser, and coming on is Lee Togwell. So Fraser off, Lee Togwell on. And it will be interesting to see how Slough line up now, taking off their right back. And be interesting to see if Slough have gone to a back three. Ball being thrown in from Wells, in towards Lee Togwell. First touch for him. First touch is to turn and open his body and plays it in towards Nisbet. In towards Warren Harris. Harris skipping past a couple of times. Keeps hold of the ball and finds Nisbet. Nisbet down the line trying to find Noel Williams. Chests it down and tries to keep the ball in. Does he know it's gone out of play for a throw to Wealdstone? And it'll be Medford Smith to take it. And taking his time with this throw. And puts it in over the head of everyone. Comes through to Nisbet. Little cushion header by him. Then plays the ball down the line. Straight out of play for a throw though to Wealdstone. And Wealdstone taking their time with these throws here. Medford Smith again be the player to take it. And the throw comes in. Flicked on by Pratt. In towards Green. Takes a shot from distance. But, well, no, he didn't even reach the goal. And it's here with Jack Turner. He's just been told to slow it down a bit and take his time. Long kick by him, aimed towards Chris Flood. Little cushion header, a great little header by Flood, but Warren Harris had come the opposite way. It goes out of play for a throw to Wealdstone. And it's again a throw down this left-hand side for the left-back Medford Smith to take. And again aimed towards Pratt, who again wins the header. And Sam Togwell's under pressure. Hooks it on towards Lee Togwell. Chested into the path of Nisbet. Nisbet's clearance finding James Dobson. Dobson just volleys the ball to George Wells. Just to scamper to keep the ball in and then can't keep it in. It's out of play for a throw to Wealdstone. And Slough having a bit of a hangover moment so far this afternoon. And the throw will come in from Shepherd on the far hand side. Eventually in towards Mensah. Mensah just tries to give it away. Gives it away to Dobson, but the referee says it's a foul by Mensah on done for a free kick to Slough. And I mean, Green, why is he not giving him a yellow card? It's just, he is going to give him a yellow card. Green just stupidly just kicks the ball away and gets a yellow card for. It's stupid. You're 1-0 up. The free kick's inside the Slough half. He doesn't need to do it. Slough take the free kick to the side anyway and give it to Jack Turner. So, and then give it back towards George Wells. So, working it down the line here for Dobson. Dobson flicking the ball on here for Noel Williams. Takes it down on his chest, trying to use his body. Wins a free kick for the Rebels. And a free kick 35-40 yards away from goal. Scott Davies is standing over this. And Nisbet and Sam Togwell just going forwards. I think you're going to see a third and final substitution for Slough in a second. It's Dobson who's going to take this free kick instead of Davies. And Dobson's ball right into the box. Sam Togwell with the header, but heads it well wide of the goal and out of play for a goal kick. And no sign of any substitutions from the Wealdstone team this afternoon. They lead 1-0 here. 72 minutes gone. Slough 0, Wealdstone 1. And North will take this goal kick. Eventually. And a long kick here by North on the far hand side. Again, Pratt with the chance for a free header. Finds Monacana. holding the ball up, just runs into Simon Dunn. James Dobson wins it back and finds Wells. Wells under pressure here, has to go back towards his goalkeeper. Pratt chases it, but Turner clears left-footed. And Davies tries to head it on over his head. Stevens with the header away. Comes through to Dobson. Dobson's little header trying to find Davies. Davies challenged immediately by Poku. Poku bringing the ball out. Lee Togwell there with Slough. And then Togwell gets in there and tries to win it. Then the ball's won back by Medford Smith. Pushed off the ball by Warren Harris. In towards Lee Togwell. Togwell turns into trouble. Poku uses his body to shield it. And Mensah can bring the ball forwards here for Wealdstone. Free run down here towards Bradley Hudson-Odoi. Up here against Nisbet, who's gone out as a right back. Ball's been chipped to the far post over the head of Green, and Monacana will chase to keep that ball in. Does well to hold it up on that far sideline, trying to make a space for a cross. Gets a great cross in, and Pratt with a free header from 6 yards out puts it wide of the goal. And you'll see a third and final substitution for Slough. Coming off is Simon Dunn. Coming on, Manny Williams. On 74 minutes. So Slough lose all their substitutions here and going for this, try and get back into this game. So Manny Williams comes on for Simon Dunn. Ball play forwards here looking for Noel Williams. Flicks the ball on, trying to find Warren Harris. Medford Smith interception, comes down the left hand side. Just hits it straight out of play for a throw to Slough. And Nisbet will take inside it, poorly thrown away. Williams trying to get it back. Poku wins it for Slough. Runs into Lee Togwell. It's a foul for Wealdstone. And not quite sure what the linesman's writing down. I think he's thinking there's a booking, but there's not. But it's a free kick here for Wealdstone, to be taken by their captain Akimo. Chipping the ball out on the far hand side, looking for Pratt. Pratt wins ahead of it, heads it the wrong way. Davis plays it all the way back towards Jack Turner, being chased down by Green. Long ball forwards by Turner. Akimo beaten to the ball by Flood. Davis then rises high, flicks the ball on towards Flood, in towards Warren Harris. Harris trying to go through, he's blocked there by that, and that's got to be a yellow card, because that's what you did earlier in the game. It's a foul by Medford Smith. No card though for the Wealdstone player, but it's a free kick for Slough, 30 odd yards away from goal. Dobson will take it, just 4 or 5 yards away from the sideline here in front of the home dugout. Dobson to take this free kick for Slough. Needs a bit of pressure. It's going to go straight through to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper misses it. Hooked clear in the end by Mensah. Hudson-Odoi then flicks the ball on. It comes right here towards Dobson. Dobson down this right hand side, trying to create a space, trying to flick the ball in. It's won back though by Green. Green plays it in towards Mensah. Holds the ball up here. Back here towards Poku. Down the line for Hudson-Odoi. Oh, he just runs it straight out of play. Throw for the Rebels. And then the Wealdstone manager just kicks the ball away. The referee doesn't say anything to him. Nisbet to take this throw for Slough. Again, he's looking for a little bit of movement. Doesn't come from anybody. Still just waiting. Played through. Hits Warren Harris on the shins. Nisbet tries to win it. Comes through. Comes off Nisbet laugh for a throw to Wealdstone. And Slough looking as though Lee Togwell's gone as centre back, and maybe Nisbet's gone right back. Flicked on by Manny Williams. Finding Flood. Flood being fouled there. Doesn't get a free kick, and then the referee pulls it back for a foul. Number 3 again. This time it's Akimo that's getting called over. So Akimo becomes the second player to get I think he's given it to Stevens, actually. I'm not sure. You gave it to someone. Who did you give it to? Well, you weren't watching either. I think he's given the yellow card to Stevens, the goal scorer, on 77 minutes. And Slough have a free kick 35 yards away from goal. Dobson again takes it, floated into the back post. Goalkeeper comes. It's a great claim by North under pressure from Sam Togwell. And he does well to pluck that out of the sky and hold on to it. And then just slowly gets to his feet. 13 minutes left here at Arbour Park. Slough Town 1, Slough 0, Wealdstone 1. As North takes this kick down there. One back by Lee Tugwell, but on the volley can't keep it in and out of play. Looks like Slough have gone to a 3 at the back, a 3-4-3 formation for the Rebels here. But as yet, Wealdstone defending really well. It's going to be Shepherd on the far hand side to take. Here, Shepherd's throw comes in looking for Pratt, cleared away by Wells. Wells gets a second chance up towards Noel Williams. Lovely little touch here finding Flood. Flood now here finding Dobson. Dobson down the right hand side up against Medford Smith trying to run at him. Cuts inside on his left foot. Shoots, and that is in St Joseph's car park. And it's out for a goal kick to Wealdstone. And Slough just not having any luck in the final third this afternoon. In what's been a very tight and scrappy game between the two sides. Just that Connor Stevens headed goal from a corner early in the second half, separating the two sides. Ball played forward. It's a free clearance for Sam Togwell. Plays it away. Medford Smith with the header. Not the best of headers. Finds Warren Hatch. In towards Flood. Flood turns in the danger area, finding Davies. Davies, he just hits it straight at a Wealdstone player. So Lee Togwell wins the ball back and finds Nisbet. Nisbet finding Flood. Flood tries to find Scott Davies. Davies with the ball in, too close to the goalkeeper. Easy catch for him. And it's North with the ball in his hands here at the moment. That's a long 6 seconds to have the ball in your hands. Long clearance there though by North, headed on by Wells, flicked on by Dobson, trying to find Noel Williams, holds the ball up in towards Williams, Manny Williams, flicked on by James Dobson, into the path of Noel Williams. Noel Williams chance to bring it in, edge of the 18-yard box, trying to cut it back in onto his left foot, bring it through on his right foot, plays it in, and North has to push it round the near netting for a corner to Slough. And a corner on the far hand side, which James Dobson will be the player to take. And it'll be outswinging corner here for Slough. Dobson taking this one. Whipped into the centre. Nisbet trying to ride high. Comes through to Lee Togwell. Togwell just been forced off the ball here by Green. Sam Togwell with the challenge. Plays it out of play though for a throw to Wealdstone. And Slough heading to a first defeat in 4 games. Here at the moment, they've got 10 minutes left of the game to try and do something about it. Medford Smith with this throw. Headed on by Lee Togwell. Comes through to Medford Smith, who tries to control it straight out of play for a Slough Town throw. Looks like you're going to see the first substitution of the game in a second for Wealdstone. Manny Williams just turns, gets his ankles clipped on the edge of the box. Number 6 again, Poku. Doesn't get a yellow card at all for the referee, even though that's at least foul number 4 that he's committed. And this one's a little bit closer for James Dobson to have a go at. Around about 22 yards away from goal. It's very almost to the corner box, or the corner of the box. Referee just marking out 10 yards. Davis standing over this as well. That's one of the shortest 10 yards you'll ever see. Dobson's going to be the player to take it. Sam Togwell trying to stand in the goalkeeper's view as it's going to come round the wall. Dobson takes it, goes for the top corner. Oh, tips over the top of the bar. Superb save by the goalkeeper. It was just dipping into that top corner, but North just tipped it over the top of the bar and out for a corner to Slough. Again, Wealdstone will wait for this corner to go before they make this substitution. Outswinging corner this time from Dobson. Played in with a little bit of flair. Sam Togwell rising up. Oh, Noel Williams heads it the wrong way. Comes out here towards Nisbet. Feeds it back out here towards Dobson. Dobson crosses it back in. Takes a deflection. Flood tries to head it goalwards, but he pushes in the box. And a free kick to Wealdstone. And you will eventually see a substitution in a second. Oh, no, he's come on the pitch. He's come on, so he's got to come off. We're going to see the substitution finally come on here. 16 is Pavel Kowalkowski. Coming on for number 7, Jeffrey Monacana. Our channel announcer. He has trouble with the name Smith. You should see what he's just called Kowalkowski. I think he's just called him Kojak. I mean, that's just the closest that he's going to get to it. But Monacana is the player leaving the field here. And coming on is Kowalkowski. It'll be a free kick to Wealdstone when the game restarts inside their penalty area. North, the goalkeeper, to take this for the Stones, who lead here 1-0 as we get into the final 7 minutes of the second half. A long kick by him, again named to the substitute Kowalkowski, headed away by Lee Togwell. Comes through to Noel Williams, hooked clear by Stevens, the goal scorer, the only goal. Comes through here to Sam Togwell, back here towards Jack Turner, who has plenty of time to control the ball and get it to the edge of his penalty box. Plays it in to the box here. Flood trying to rise higher. Chemo with the header away. Comes through to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi turns. Nisbet gets a touch to it, but Hudson-Odoi wins it back and then plays it down the line for Pratt to chase. Pratt gets there first time and then goes colliding into Turner, but Turner's way out of his goal. Ball back in here towards Pratt down this left-hand side. Gets to the edge of the box. Goes into the box. Turns away from Lee Togwell. Here towards Hudson-Odoi. Trying to create a bit of space to make a shot. Gives the ball here towards Shepherd. He's further forwards for Wealdstone. He's playing as the right back. Out here to the left back, Medford Smith. Tries to get his cross in. Closed down by Warren Harris. He'll come here towards Flood. Trying to flick it into the path of Warren Harris. Harris trying to run in, but two Wealdstone players block the path. Ball played over the top here for Shepherd to chase. Goalkeeper comes out. What was he doing there? Ball played across by Shepherd. Kept in by Pratt on the edge of the box. Goes past him. Plays the ball. It's gone out of play for a goal kick. And the linesman just explaining that Wealdstone have got 4 coaches standing up, and they should only have 2. Ball's here with Nisbet from the kick taken short in towards Manny Williams. Williams turns inside the centre, plays it out here towards George Wells. Wells has a bit of space to bring the ball out. Hits with the outside of his foot to Dobson. That's a great ball in. Dobson now with a chance to put a great ball in. Flicks in. Oh, defended really well by Akimo. Lovely little flick in there by Scott Davis. Out of play for a throw to Slough. Slough take it quickly with Dobson in towards Wells. Wells just skips past the challenge of Kowalkowski. Crosses in first time. Headed on by it's a bit of luck there for Medford Smith. It hits him on the back of the head and goes into the air and taken by North easily. And the referee telling North to hurry up and kick the ball out. And a long kick here by North, aimed towards Kowalkowski. Free header for George Wells. Just heads it up in the air and it'll go out of play for a throw to Wealdstone on the far side. And as we enter the final 5 minutes, the Wealdstone fans come alive. So we wait for the throw to come in on the far hand side. And the throw comes in towards Green. Green feeds it back here towards Shepherd. Shepherd creates a space for the cross. Well claimed though by Jack Turner. Turner now looks long down the field here. Akimo with the header hits Chris Flood. Flood trying to go in. It's got Poker coming across him here, trying to push him wide. Flood trying to hold the ball up. Finds Scott Davies. Davies with the ball out here towards Wells. It needed to go into the box quicker, and Pratt gets there first for Wealdstone. Really poor decision making by Slough there, and that's cost them a bit of momentum. Quickly taken throw finds Sam Togwell. Back out here towards George Wells. Wells just crosses the ball in. Comes to Noel Williams, who turns inside the box. Tries to shoot. It's a great challenge by Akimo. Blocks the ball. Only as far as Sam Togwell though for Slough. Here towards James Dobson. Dobson crossing the ball back in. Nisbet's gone forwards. He's got to be over the top of him there. And the referee says no foul. Comes through. Hits Odoi on the hand. And then he kicks the ball away. I mean, oh, referee, how you not give me a yellow card? Handball, kicks the ball away, nothing. Absolute terrible refereeing. Absolutely terrible. It's a free kick, though, to Slough. George Wells will come across to take this. George Wells just inside the Wealdstone half. Plays the ball into the far hand side. Comes across straight into the hands, off the head of Nisbet, into the hands of North, the goalkeeper. And North will just take his time by diving on top of the ball. Slough fans counting to see how many minutes he's got the ball in his hands. And he finally takes the kick. Long kick into this lightning grey sky here. Lee Tugwell with the header on. Warren Harris can't keep the ball in, can he? No, had to play for a throw to Wealdstone. And Shepherd will take this throw on the far hand side. Headed away by George Wells. Straight back out of play though for another Wealdstone throw. And it'll be Shepherd again to take this throw halfway inside the Slough half. Little 1-2 from Green. Shepherd finds Poku, just puts it high up in the air, straight out of play. And a throw here to Slough. Slough will have to go down the field and quickly here. They've got about a minute and a bit of normal time plus whatever the referee is adding on, which we are yet to see yet. The ball bouncing around, comes off the head of Pratt in towards Lee Togwell. Togwell turns and plays it downfield. Flicked on by Davis in towards Noel Williams. Finds Manny Williams, finding Flood. Oh, the ball was there to Dobson and he played it the wrong side. Wealdstone had the ball here with Hudson Odoi. Just runs into trouble. Hudson Odoi trying to chase his own little flick on. Sam Togwell though goes back towards his goalkeeper. Turner just hoofs the ball forwards. Flood being into the ball by Akimo. In towards Green. Green, lovely little touch finding Mensah. Mensah's ball finds Hudson Odoi. He's surely offside, but the referee and linesman say no. Breaks into the box, taken off him by Sam Togwell. In towards Nisbet. Nisbet finds Lee Togwell. We're finding Davis. Now with a bit of play there, but Davis just boots the ball straight down the field. Nothing going on, and you've got to chase it down because otherwise North's going to stand there with the ball at his feet and waste a bit of time, as every goalkeeper does. And 3 minutes of added time here at Arbour Park. Lee Togwell with a great header. Connor Stevens though heads it straight up in the air. Manny Williams underneath it for Slough, trying to find Dobson. Dobson shields the ball and comes down this left hand side. Crosses in first time. Stevens with the header away, only as far as Manny Williams. Doesn't come to him. Davis hits a shot. It's not the best of shots. It's bouncing around. Shepherd then clears it for Wealdstone. It'll come through here towards Turner. Turner first time ball down the field. Poku then volleys it all the way back towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Takes a touch just outside the edge of his box. And plays it long down the field here. Nisbet's gone forwards for Slough. Comes off his head. Medford Smith for the clearance. Only as far as Lee Togwell. Little cushion header finding Sam Togwell. Sam Togwell turns away from Kolokowski and chips the ball forwards for Slough. Nisbet's up there. Connor Stevens with the header away. Davis can't control it first time. Then plays it out here towards Wells. Wells finding Dobson down the left hand side. Dobson just has to take a touch in, then crosses first time into the box. Noel Williams is up there. Flood's having his shirt pulled, nothing given. Comes back out here towards Flood on the edge of the box, just being challenged by Hudson Odoi. Flood still going in the box, digs it out here towards Warren Harris, takes a touch, crosses into the box. Back post is Nisbet, it's cleared. Comes to Lee Togwell, volleys over the top of the bar and out of play for a goal kick. And I really don't understand. Okay, so it's been given as 985 the attendance here today, and Warren Harris has been named as man of the match. And the referee's had a word with North about his time wasting. There'll be a substitution. Come on, 15 will be Matt Lynch coming on, and coming 11 Bradley Hudson Odoi. In the 91st minute, and it's just coming off. Ridiculous. So Lynch is the player coming on for Hudson Odoi, and Lynch comes on. Now we're all into the added time here that the referee's going to add on. North is just finally going to take this goal kick. And it's North that slips again as he takes the ball, but he gets the ball out towards Pratt, heads the ball on. Well, Sam Togwell comes across and plays it here towards Jack Turner inside his own penalty area. Long clearance by him. Flood surely being fouled. The referee doesn't see it. Ball comes out though towards Warren Hatch, being chased by Matt Lynch in towards Flood. Flood's ball hits it straight at Lynch. Lynch's ball hits Flood. It's kicked in the air by Mensah. Lynch then heads the ball on. Green flicks it on for Kawakowski to take. Sam Togwell's there for Slough. In towards Manny Williams. Williams holds it up and finds Sam Togwell. Down the line here for Slough. Davis trying to come in and cross. Comes straight to Nisbet. Not the best of all. It's headed on as far as Scott Davis, who crosses on the far hand side for Noel Williams, who just stretches. Pratt gets a touch to it. Comes out here to Kawakowski. Turns away from Sam Togwell. Running the ball in. What's he doing? He runs straight into... He should have gone to the corner flag. He runs into Lee Togwell. It's cleared by Jack Turner. Nisbet trying to get there. Stevens with a header. Lynch then flicks it on. Comes out here towards Sam Togwell. It doesn't matter because it's the final whistle here at Arbour Park. And New Year's Day has brought another defeat at home for the Rebels. It's finished Slough Town 0, Wealdstone 1. And a goal by Connor Stevens on 47 minutes. A near post headed corner is what separates the two sides here this afternoon. And not the greatest of games of football that you'll ever see. But Wealdstone having something apart from long range tip overs, which he was very equal to. But back on then. Thank you all for joining us today. Sorry we've had a few, not the best of ways to go back to work with but away to Torquay United then with Rebels Radio. Until then, thank you all for listening, and we'll see you soon. We get really good internet signal away, got a great big mast there, and the damn thing keeps buffering.